Hello everyone. In this short video presentation, I'm going to talk about 3D printing technology, brief history of 3D printing and different 3D printing methods available. So let's start with what is 3D printing. "3D printing is an additive manufacturing process that creates a physical object from a digital design. There are different 3D printing technologies and materials you can print with. But what all 3D printers share in common is that they all work with a computer software, which divides 3D model into thousands of cross-sections and tells 3D printer how to print each layer. In other words, 3D printers turned digital models into solid, three-dimensional physical objects by adding material layer by layer. That is why it is called additive manufacturing. As I mentioned earlier, all 3D printers controlled with 3D design software, which are called as CAD, Computer-Aided Design Software. This CAD software divides 3D model into very thin layers, and each layer gets printed according to the instructions sent from CAD software. From here on, the printing process varies by technology, starting from desktop printers that melt a plastic material and lay it down onto a print platform, to large industrial machines that use a laser to selectively melt metal powder at high temperatures. Depending on the technology that printer is using and the size of the object being printed, the printing can take hours and hours to complete. Available materials vary by printer type, ranging from plastic to rubber, sandstone, metals and alloys, and even chocolate is being used as a printing material. Although 3D printing sounds like a new technology, it has been around since 80s. First method of 3D printing, which is called stereolithography, and it was patented in 1986, is still in use even today. SLA machine uses laser beam to turn liquid plastic into a solid 3D object. Then SLA machine exposes the liquid plastic and the laser hardens that liquid selectively to form the layer of the item. After each layer is formed, the excess liquid is rinsed off, leaving behind the hardened plastic object. The second method of 3D printing that I'm going to talk about is called fused deposition modeling, FDM. This method has also been around since 80s and adopted by many 3D printing companies. 3D printing machines that use FDM technology build objects layer by layer from the very bottom up by heating and extruding thermoplastic filament. Then the printer heats thermoplastic until its melting point and extrudes it through nozzle onto a base along the calculated path. To support upper layer, the printer may place underneath special material that can be dissolved after printing is completed. When the thin layer of plastic binds to a layer beneath it, it cools down and hardens. Once the layer is finished, the base is lowered so that the nozzle can start building the next layer on top of the previous layer. There are several other 3D printing technologies to mention, which are DLP, digital light processing, or LOM, laminated object manufacturing, SLM, selective laser melting, or EBM, electron beam melting. But I will leave those to the next episode of this presentation. These two 3D printing methods that I mentioned in the beginning are the most affordable and most widely used ones, especially in K-12 schools and universities, and also by hobbyists. Especially 3D printers that use FDM method, the filament method, have started to take its place in many school districts. You can purchase a decent quality 3D printer at about $500 now. I'll see you in the next presentation where we are going to take a closer look in the 3D design software and the design process itself.